Welcome back to another episode of the progress of the restoration of the 1986 fiberglass center console. More sanding, as you can see, the fiberglass that we put down last time, so give it a bit of a blowout, get rid of the dust, and then you've got to clean it all with acetone. So lots of acetone, get rid of all the dust. I'm not sponsored by them, but Fiberglass and Resin Sales in Welshpool is the go-to shop for me for all my fiberglass and resin supplies. Chop strand mat, the resin, catalyst, the acetone, everything, and the wealth of knowledge that's available there. They're really helpful in your projects and stuff, so yeah, get down there. That's if you're in Western Australia. I don't know if there's other shops that you can go to, but that's the one that I go to. That is another 2 layers of the 425 chop strand mat that we've just put in. Thicken it up a bit. So yeah, we'll wait for that to cure and then give it another sand. It's absolutely unbelievable how much sanding you actually have to do. So yeah, get an orbital sander and a little compressor if you don't have one, and do that. If you were doing it by hand, it'd take you weeks to sand. You do still need to sand in places by hand where you just can't reach with the orbital. I've got this step down drill bit that I found pretty useful for drilling out the fiberglass over the holes. Worked pretty well. And then I just gave the edges a bit of a sand by hand, just to get that sharp, just to arras it. If you want to check out how I installed these PVC pipes into the transom, you can go back and watch one of the previous videos. It's in there, so check it out. It'd be good. I'd appreciate it, and thank you very much for watching, taking the time. I'm enjoying making these videos, so I hope you like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Cheers, guys. It seems as though the sanding just never ends. We've just put some more chop strand mat down because it's not thick enough for the water to get to the holes, so I'm putting another 2 layers of the thicker chop strand mat down with some polyester resin. Getting it done. This here is a little bubble buster roller, or a fin roller. You go over the surface of the fiberglass once you've put your resin down, and it just pushes the air bubbles out. You can hear it popping and cracking and stuff, and it just gets excess resin out as well if you've put too much in. But yeah, pushes it down, makes sure you get a good bond and a good surface afterwards, ready for your top coat.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call them into freeze. When the sleep go down too much, put the shade in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. What you know about rolling down in the deep?
Moving on to the bow of the boat now, on my 1986 centre console. Yeah, so we've put a few layers of the chopped strand mat down over the front of here, and just got to sand it. It's been days between coats, so I've been sanding it between coats. I put some peel ply down, but I was rushing when I was doing it. I had to go to work, so it didn't turn out as good as I liked. But yeah, it's coming along. So a bit sanding, a bit more touching up with the fiberglass here, and then yeah, I'll top coat it when I get a chance. This is the port side up the front, just before the bow. A couple of bits of fiberglass had delaminated, so I sanded it back, and I've put a few coats of chopped strand mat on. Just gone over, put another couple of layers on.
Grab some food for it, Jared.
I've been using polyester resin and the MEKP catalyst at about 1%. I've just been doing this in April, so it's about 25 degrees Celsius when I'm doing it, so nice temperature. The fiberglass resin starts going off after about half an hour, so I've got a bit of time to work.
Bye.
It's pretty satisfying and rewarding doing it yourself. If you've never done it before, I encourage you to pick it up and give it a go. So start with something small. Just get a little bit of resin, mix it up, get some fiberglass, chop strand mat, do a couple of pours on flat melamine or mirror or something, make a couple of little things or do a little patch up on something. Yeah, just it's worth it. Give it a go. It's all in the preparation the sanding, vacuuming, cleaning with acetone the surface, and then making sure that it's dry, that there's no moisture, so you can use like a heat lamp or a little hot air gun or dryer if you don't have one. And yeah, you just put a thin coat of resin on, stick your chop strand mat to it, and then go over it again with the roller. Just let it soak up, it goes all clear, and then you just dab it with the paintbrush around the corners, the edges, and use that bubble roller to press the air out. And you can do 2-3 layers at a time, which is pretty good. The roller doesn't reach everywhere, so you do have to use a paintbrush as well. Once you've used the brushes, you pretty much throw them out. You can get a couple of goes out of it, but yeah, they just don't last long. They're only cheap, inexpensive. The outboard well is ready for top coat. I'm pretty happy with how all that glassing's turned out. All the sanding, it looks pretty good. So stay tuned for the next video and you'll see me top coating and yeah, getting close to finishing.